Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently desperately attempting to get our war exhaustion down. It would actually probably behoove us right now to hop over here and go ahead and invoke Devotio. Yes, that will give us tyranny, but I'm okay with that. I think just this one level is worth it for right now. So that's great. Of course, we do have this brewing civil war that we should probably do something about. The most powerful person here is Matan Barca, and we can't actually do too much about him right now. Luckily for us, he's 58 and in poor health, so he's not going to last for too much longer in theory. So we should probably actually go for the second highest one here. That is Nizunin Gizgo. This guy right here. Now he is at 0 loyalty. Oh my. So he's really upset because of a scorned family and the power base in the country. Fair enough. He's also not the same faction as the ruler. He's also a bit upset about the tyranny, but we knew that that was going to be a thing. Now, one thing we might want to do is actually give him free hands. As a tribune of the people, I'm not sure that that'll hurt too badly for us. So let's go ahead and do that, and that will actually get him up to loyal. Huh. I didn't expect that to get him to loyal, but okay. I guess that gets him to loyal. Fantastic. So now we don't have to worry about a civil war. That's great. What we do have to worry about, of course, is our disloyal provinces, and that would actually be Massilia in 22 months, apparently. That's okay. We can deal with that, no problem. We've got our professional troops here, and our professional troops here that we've raised up. Now, I would like to get some of these scorned families dealt with. That would definitely be good. We do have an election soon. 21 October 524. I'm going to make a quick test here. I'm going to make a save game that we might revert to if my assumption is wrong. I've noticed this previously. I've noticed that our tyranny appears to be tied to our current leader. If I'm wrong about this, we could revert back to this save game. We may or may not. But what happens, hypothetically, if we really crank up the Devotio here, and then the election happens? Now, this will give us Devotio for, like, 5 years, I think? Or at the very least, that'll give us Devotio for a while, and the cost increase will go up. So what happens, and this is mostly just experimental at this point until the election, what happens if we just crank that up? Put in full tyranny, and just do something like this. Hypothetically. Yeah, it's going to cause some issues, that's for sure. We knew that this was going to happen, but I mostly just want to check. Do we lose this war exhaustion reduction due to all of those Devotio invocations when this changes? And does our tyranny go down to 0? Let's find out. So this election was going to be on 21 October. So it'll be in just a moment here. So right about now. Okay. Carthage regained 10 political influence, sure. So this guy's now in charge. Okay, so our tyranny did not get pulled out. Neither did our Devotio. That's good to know. However, we are going to revert that. I just wanted to check. So we're going to reload this. No worries. I just wanted to see how exactly that mechanic worked. So as it is right now, I think we're completely okay with just the single Devotio. Now, this is currently saying that we are going to... hang on. Daniel Barca. Okay. I think it's still fine. We'll see what happens to the loyalty after the election. So at this point, we are, of course, in our prime timeline, and there's no reversions allowed. Poor popular support in Carthage for integrated culture happiness. We could pay a bunch of gold and gain 5 popularity. Now this is Hiram Hanid that would gain the popularity. And he is, of course, the one who has just been elected by a slim majority. We could gain 10 tyranny and 20 political influence. That's not ideal. That's a lot of cash. That is a lot of cash. I'm not okay with that necessarily, but that's what we'll have to do. We do need a civic researcher, and we should really probably put in a Hanid here. Yeah, we really should. Hanid, Gizgo, Bodanid, and Barkids are all considered scorned. I'm actually going to go ahead and put in this Barkid here. And that means that only the Gizgoid, Hanid, and Bodanids are considered scorned. Okay, that's good. We're in a deficit, of course. That's something that we knew would happen. And... okay, lack of equipment for 60 months. I'm not planning on going to war for a while anyway, so that'll pull us out of debt. That's good. One thing I should probably do right now is drop our army maintenance down. Decrease pay there. That does actually stop our martial advances a little bit. We should maybe sit on default instead of decreased pay. This actually doesn't say anything about martial advances. But if we do this... where did I see that? Okay. Yeah, we should sit here then for now. Morale of armies minus 25%. Sure, that's fine. We don't actually care right now because we will go ahead and bump that up to increased pay later on. Integrated culture happiness minus 5% on increased pay. That's interesting. Okay, so we know that we've got a small civil war potentially breaking out here. Matalo Hanid is the governor of Contestania. I don't necessarily want to give him free hands. We could try to make friends with him, or we could go for Hanid instead. That is, of course, this guy here. We could bribe him. There we go. Excellent. That will do the trick. So in the meantime, we are allowing our war exhaustion and our tyranny to drop. We're also hopefully working on our population a little bit because we've had a lot of population drops recently. So we probably don't want to have anything happening there. These guys, they can go ahead and go on to destroy pirates. That'll be fine. And of course, our professional forces should be drilling right now. Oh, we can't drill while we're on decreased pay. Fair enough. We'll just go to normal army maintenance then, because I do want to be able to drill. Excellent. Yes, that will build up their personal loyalty, but that's probably something we're going to just have to deal with anyway. Excellent. So, in terms of our rebellion here, they might rebel in 23 months. That's a decent amount of time. I am interested in seeing... yeah, that's dropping a little bit here. We are working on cultural assimilation here. That's a ways away, though. That is definitely a ways away. I'm wondering if cultural assimilation isn't really all that useful. Because of the speed at which they rebel. I'm wondering, though, once our war exhaustion decreases, perhaps it will be more useful at that point. We'll have to take a look at that. Of course, Rome is probably going to attack us again as soon as the truce is up. That is something we should definitely be prepared for. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not particularly interested in continuing to go to war right now. We gotta get our war exhaustion down. There's no doubt about that. Our ruler's zeal isn't particularly great. Okay, that civil war ended. Sure. I don't really care too much about that. I would definitely like... ooh, payment to the territory. This guy would lose loyalty. Local population happiness in Sicania. Now that is, of course, over here. We'll fire him. Okay. We do need a governor in Magna Graecia, and we are going to put in, ideally, a Gizgo. Although this guy is a fair amount better. The Hanids are quite a lot stronger in their power base. And after that, it's the Badonas. So we'll actually put this guy in. Okay. Unfortunately, they still consider themselves scorned, but that's probably okay. And we know that there's going to be some disloyal provinces. That was always going to happen. I do want to take a look at our militaries here, and we can see, yeah, 17 out of 9 currently, yikes, and 7 out of 6. So we don't need to raise up any more professional troops. We could raise additional legions. I'm not too keen on doing that right now. I'm going to currently hold off on that, just because I don't want to spend too much cash on it. And yeah, we've got bad research ratios. That's something that will just kind of take care of itself in a little while here. And that's mostly happening, I think, because we had some stack wipes. Which is a good reason to use mercenaries, to be fair. Because they're not tied to your pops. So that's okay. I do want to work on a few more settlement buildings here. I would like to build additional farming settlements. Over here would be great. More food output is always beneficial. Eventually, we're probably going to want to upgrade some of these locations to cities. But for right now, I'm reasonably content with what's going on here. Now, we're going to have this rebellion in 15 months, and it's going to be this over here. So we should probably be prepared for that. I'm actually going to bring this fleet right on down here. Excellent. We can colonize this territory, and so we shall. We'll go ahead and do that. Wonderful. That is certainly something that we want to do. We're currently gaining 153 manpower per month, which really isn't too bad. Our manpower is not capped right now. We are at minimum aggressive expansion. That is good for us. And our war exhaustion is coming down. So that, of course, means that our time to rebellion is getting much better in a lot of these locations. We only have one province that might actually look to rebel, according to this. I'm wondering... These guys are losing loyalty, but they're not showing up as a risk of rebellion. Carthage now is. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to definitely have some more rebellions happening. That's not a surprise, to be fair. Now, looking at our missions here... Did we complete one of these missions? We were in a different mission. Okay. I guess it's gone. Sure. There's this over here. We would need Terrakinesis. Carthage must grow her interests. Or we could do the Aegis of Africa, Western North Africa, which I definitely think we probably should do. We'll go ahead and, let's see here. That's integration speed and subject opinion of us. That's not bad. What are these others? Nothing? Nothing? Nothing. Complete when the Romans are no more. Oh my. So we're going to do Aegis of Africa for now, I guess. And let's see. These guys are... They would have to be a subject of ours. Okay. We'll go ahead and integrate this. Sure, we'll get that started. Excellent. The shield that guards the realms of Africa. Now, I wouldn't mind doing a little bit more integration over here. There's these guys up here, Utica, and they are currently a feudatory of ours. We could actually start integrating them right now, and I'm going to do that. Excellent. So that'll be fine. We can get a military tradition. We probably should go for... All three of these are really good. Yeah, all three of those are very, very good. We're going to go for heavy infantry offense for right now. Okay, so that did bring up some civil war going on here. That's fine. Matan Barca is actually potentially bribable at this point. Yeah, that's fine. And then we need a new prophet. It should be a Hanid or a Badonid. Ideally a Hanid. And it's got to be a Badonid. Okay. Are they still considered scorned? No, they're not. Okay, now it's only the Hanids that are considered scorned. That's good. No Windows update. I do not want to update right now. You can go away. We're going to go for the Canaanite Deity of Economy. Excellent. There was an accident in Celeria. We can gain some popularity here and lose a lot of cash. Gain some happiness in Oritania, and a slave would be killed. We can gain some loyalty, cover their repair costs. The slaves would not be happy, but the citizens would be. Do nothing. Or we can do this due to our ruler's good character. We could seize their property and compensate the slaves. Huh. I think we'll only cover the repair costs because of our treasury. We'll come out of debt quite quickly here. Hopefully we won't get a bad event from that. Hopefully. Okay, fantastic. We're out of debt. That is perfect. So, of course, these guys over here, they're going to rebel in about 8 months. That's fine. They can do that. I'm wondering if this counts. Nope, this does not count as part of this province. So it's just these two. Sure. That should not be too bad at all. Overall, I'm pretty content with how this is going. Our war exhaustion has come down dramatically, meaning that our population effects is getting a lot better. And our monthly ruler popularity gain isn't great either. That's for sure. We are getting some monthly military experience, though, so that's nice. We may want to consider stopping drilling these guys at some point soon. We're no longer importing wine, okay. We're auto-managing our imports, so no worries on that. Excellent. Our stability is doing very well right now. Now that bad research ratio coming back to bite us all the time. That's expected. Our ruler corruption isn't super helpful. What is our current ruler doing? I should probably go into the government to figure that out. He is content in life. Okay. This would cause him to lose popularity each month, but gain a lot more political influence. What is his current corruption at? Where do we see that anymore? That's his statesmanship. It used to be up in here. But apparently he does have a fair amount of corruption. And we kind of don't like that, necessarily. We're losing a lot of political influence gain due to our ruler's corruption. Hopefully he's working his way out of that corruption though. That would be a good thing, to be sure. So these guys are going to rebel in probably 2 months. I'm going to stop drilling here, and we're going to embark these guys. And we're going to make our way right on over so that we're in position to respond to this. Or at least in position quickly to respond to this. Maybe not immediately, depending on when this actual rebellion happens. 1 month away? Yeah, we might be there in time. This should be plenty of troops to deal with it. So that is fantastic. Our integration on Utica is going nicely. I'm very happy to see that, of course. Okay, we've effectively turned the loose tribes of Musalamia into a proper client of Carthage. That is great. We're very happy to see that. Yep, these guys are leading their war of independence against us, and we are going to immediately come on in here and stack wipe them if we can catch them. We actually can't, but that's okay. We'll just siege this down. Yeah, we can't move into this region. That's fine. I don't really care. We're going to be well ahead of them on this siege curve, and we'll be completely fine. We've got this blockade going on. We're already at 21% war score right now. No concerns here. We got a breach. That's great. Unfortunately, that is reducing our war exhaustion reduction. I'd like to get under 10. That'd be very nice to do. But for now, this will be fine. And of course, we will put this back onto the correct assimilation if necessary. The policy now is that we're only switching it after we crush a rebellion, if necessary. Because I don't want to be spending all of our political influence on that, you know? It's just too expensive. Especially on ones like, for example, this one here. They're going to rebel soon anyway. So what's the point of even spending it? Granted, I believe they were already on cultural assimilation. They are. We can call Turdetania in, but I really don't think it's necessary. Do we want to become friends with this guy, our marshal? His loyalty is already 100. We're just going to take the popularity. We're very low on popularity. Barca would gain 10 loyalty, and he's just offering us cash, 231.83. Or we could convert it into stability. We're already over half on our stability. That's just going to decay away. Let's go ahead and take his cash. Excellent. And we're going to spend that on... Oh, wait, can we get a mine? We can. We can get a mine over here. Excellent. Is that the only mine that we could build, though? Yes, it was. So we're going to build another farming settlement down over here. Excellent. And with that done, we're on 28% over here. These guys are going to cap here, but we kind of don't care. We'll go deal with that after. Metallohanid has died. That does mean we need a new governor in Contestania. And ideally it would be a Hanid. And yeah, we'll go with Himilco-Hanid. Excellent. This is completely fine. I don't have a problem with anything that's happening here right now. We are going to drop below 10 war exhaustion quite soon, and I believe that our population happiness will go down faster once we pass 10, just based on how this has gone so far. It seems to be like 1 to 5% until you hit 10, and then after 10, it goes up to maybe like 15%. At 20, the scaling seems to change based on what I'm looking at here. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll find out. They have actually continued on down this way. Okay. We're completely fine with this, because we're going to take their capital here momentarily. They did not cap anything over here. It's just ticking war score that is currently on their side. So yeah, this is fine. We'll cap this any moment now. And there it is. Perfect. And yes, this does kill pops, which makes me sad. But it'll be okay. We're at 88%. We'll cap this. There's no fort there, so no concerns. We'll put our boats in here. And can we can start these guys drilling, I think, after the war is over. I suspect we can't do this in an occupied territory. Actually, we can. That's a little bit odd. We'll sue for peace, and we will take all their stuff. There we go. And we'll just lose as little culture happiness as we can and take the aggressive expansion reduction. Not that we need it, but that's okay. Our civic advances have advanced, and so let's go ahead and see what is available in here. Import value, okay, that's fine, I guess. However, pop migration speed might not be terrible. Pop promotion speed might not be terrible. This is pop migration speed of 20% and 12% tribesman output. We'll take it. Excellent. So that should be pretty useful for us. And then we will go ahead and build another farming settlement over here. That'll be fine. We are, of course, building these farming settlements primarily for export. That's our primary goal there. And then as far as the other locations go, we could build a provincial legation. That would be pretty decent for some of these disloyal provinces. There's no doubt about that. However, we did get an oratory advance. Let's see what's available in oratory. Monthly tyranny reduction might not be bad, but that's not much tyranny reduction. Population capacity is good. Assassinate cost, I'm not too into that. AE impact, aggressive expansion change, and hold triumph cost. Okay. Granaries have been looted, and that's unfortunate. Bodo can cover the costs. Down in our religious advances, however, there is Omen Power, Food Modifier, Integrated Culture Happiness, and Ruler Popularity Gain. In the civic advances, we could go for build cost, we could go for pop migration speed, pop promotion speed, freeman output. Slaves needed for surplus isn't bad. That's not bad at all. What I'm really looking for, though, is something that will give us good amounts of unintegrated culture happiness. That would be the ideal situation. National population growth is good. That is certainly very good. Monthly war exhaustion reduction isn't awful either. Maybe we go for sponsored gains. We have had an issue with ruler popularity, so we can go that into monthly war exhaustion reduction into state burials. That is a potential option. I like it. Speaking of things that we like, apparently the Senate, or more specifically, they like us. Okay, that's fine. So we currently are not having much of an issue. Martial advances have advanced. We're definitely sticking that into the martial advances. Reinforcement speed. Military wonder. Legion maintenance cost. That is something I'm very interested in right now. Excellent. We'll grab that. A call to arms from Tertitania. This is a war that they've started. I'd really rather not. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cut in here and we'll respond to this next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.